North Carolina lawmakers are discussing legislation that could ban welfare recipients from buying lottery tickets. The draft bill would punish vendors for selling lottery tickets to someone who they know is on welfare or in bankruptcy. Lawmakers argue that it is counterproductive for the government to take money in the form of lottery sales from those who are struggling to get by. House Majority Leader Paul Stam told ABC 11, quote, "We're giving them welfare to help them live, and yet by selling them a ticket, we're taking away their money that is there to provide them the barest of necessities." According to Business Insider, the poorest counties in North Carolina have the highest spending per capita on lottery tickets, which has some suggesting that the lottery is like a tax on the poor and uneducated, who are the most likely to buy lottery tickets. In actuality, lottery ticket buyers have almost no chance of winning the jackpot. The odds of winning the North Carolina Powerball lottery, for example, are about 1 in 175 million. Now that's less than the odds of becoming president, which is 1 in 10 million, according to the Daily Beast, as well as the odds of giving birth to identical quadruplets, which happens in 1 in 13 million mothers. And now let's turn to Weibo to see what Chinese netizens are saying about the draft law.
I think this proposal makes a lot of sense. Everyone dreams of becoming rich overnight, especially poor people. Who's buying lottery tickets? Is it people like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett? If you think about it, in China, it is also the poor people that buy lottery tickets. Is this one type of discrimination? People on welfare should be able to dream too, shouldn't they?
In 2011, lottery sales in China reached a record 221 billion yuan, or roughly $35 billion. This represented a 33% increase from the previous year. China outlawed all forms of gambling in 1949 when the People's Republic of China was established. However, in the 1980s, when the country underwent a reform and opening up process, a state lottery was established. Proceeds from lottery sales were to support public welfare projects. And today, the China Welfare Lottery, which is operated by the Ministry of Civil Affairs, supports causes ranging from nursing homes to disaster relief. The lottery also contributes to China's Social Security Fund. In 1994, a second lottery, the China Sports Lottery, was created. It is managed by the State General Administration of Sports and overseen by provincial sports bureaus. Funds raised from lottery sales are used to promote public fitness and train national-level athletes. But the rising popularity of state-run lotteries is creating addiction-related problems. A study released last spring by researchers at Beijing Normal University claimed that 7 million of China's 200 million lottery players are problem buyers, while 430,000 are classified as seriously addicted. Buyers are overwhelmingly young males, with nearly 75% aged between 26 and 34. 70% have an average income of 3,000 to 5,000 yuan per month, the equivalent of $480 to $800, classifying these people as lower middle class by Chinese income standards. Now, one researcher that contributed to the study, Chen Hai-ming, told the Global Times that many of those surveyed wanted to change their social status by becoming rich overnight. The buyers felt that buying lottery tickets was the best and fastest way to achieve their goal. The People's Daily reported that part of the state lottery's increasing popularity has to do with media outlets putting undue attention on jackpot winners, making the event seem more likely than it actually is. China's lottery industry is worth about $40 billion, which means that it ranks second worldwide behind the U.S., which pulls in more than $50 billion a year in lottery revenue. Now let's turn to Weibo users to see what they had to say about the pros and cons of restricting lottery sales.
I can only say that when it comes to these gambling-related activities, 9 out of 10 times there is some sort of deceit involved. The United States uses laws to interfere in the market more than any other country in the world. If these poor people really did win the lottery, then they would no longer need welfare. The cost of lottery tickets may be of very little significance for a rich person, but for a poor person, it may be the cost of a meal. If these poor people pursue their dreams by buying lottery tickets, then they are meaninglessly wasting their money.
Of course, it still remains to be seen whether or not the bill to ban welfare recipients from buying lottery tickets will pass without a hitch. Now, one problem may be identifying the welfare receivers who don't usually go around with a sign detailing their financial situation.